So here we are in the third video. So far, you have seen the way that I use masks and the way I create masks. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to delete all this and start from the scratch, mostly using the techniques I have already shown. I will also introduce some new tricks and then I will explain what I'm doing. But through this video, I'll be mostly working, not talking that much. So enjoy. So let's see what we got here. I will only use 9 nodes available with AAA material package. And first I want to delete everything and start working on this central region of the object, of the model. I named it jacket because that's what it is. It's a hoodie actually. I'm using the stripes as a source, and now I'm trying to remove the lower part where the legs are. And for that I'm using rectangular mask, and I'm also trying to remove the part where the head is. So I'm only left with the hoodie, with the jacket. And for the head, as in the previous videos, I will be using a spherical mask because I think it's the best option to isolate something that's sticking out. Of course, you can combine multiple spherical masks, but for this I will only use one. Okay, so now I have added a TRS node because I want to control the rotation of the stripes, and I'm also using the mapping magic node and mix vector node. I can have areas that are affected with the mapping magic and also areas that are not. So I want to partially keep these straight lines, but I also want to introduce some mass to them. So this is what I'm doing here. From time to time, I'll be checking the position of the noise. So as you can see, this is still very abstract, but compared to the previous videos, in this one, we're actually controlling what we're doing. We're controlling the placement and other parameters. As you can see, I'm logically framing all of the nodes so I can easily access each individual segment of the mask. Here I decided to add some dots. So I'm drilling holes into those stripes and also adding smaller dots. So now it's time to work on the head. Similar to what I did with the jacket or the hoodie, I am creating a mask that will isolate all of the head area, and then I want a separate mask for the eyes. I'm using a spherical mask for this, and also I want to have a part that's sort of a makeup element, and these masks will be combined later on. I have also decided to color all of the nodes that come with the AAA material just so I know which nodes are repeating. And then when I zoom out, it's easier for me to see where have I used the same node. I'm naming all of the outputs because later on when I'll be using colors and when I'll be creating the final material, it will be much easier for orientation in the shader tree. So you see all the Boolean nodes will have the same color. I suggest that you use a similar method. As mentioned before, I'm adding the makeup mask, just a graphical element similar to what you would see in, I don't know, Lord of the Rings on that Urukai, or maybe in some games, some war games, some characters have this kind of white scully mask. Mapping magic node helps a lot here. So imagine how faster this is compared if you would paint it. And all the time the results look amazing. One other thing to note, you don't have to have UV maps in this stage. You can do it later. I think this is a much better approach. Of course, you can also paint later on, but in this concept phase, it is good to just start texturing the model before even thinking about UVs. So these eyes and the nose, they're just using the spherical mask. That's all, which is placed inside of the head. Here I have exposed all the masks as dots, so it's much easier for me to drag them from here and not to look for them inside of the frames. Of course, I'm naming everything all of the time, and trust me, you should do the same. Now, I decided to add some colors. These are not final colors or anything. It just helps me to understand how those masks work and if I did some mistakes along the way. Later on in the next video, I'll go for the final colors and maybe for the final material setup. I'm just using the color mix node here, and the masks are used as the factor between two colors. The jacket stripes with the makeup on the character's head will be combined as a source for the metallic input, just to see what can be done later, because I'm still not 100% sure what I want to achieve here, but this already looks promising. See you in the next video.